people not liking you can be a good thing. I might not be everybody's cup of tea. But just because you don't like my flavor don't mean my flavor is not good. Let me tell you something. When you feel good about yourself, the right people gonna always feel good about you too. Sometimes people not liking you is keeping you from rooms and keeping you from entering doors that you had no reason being in the first place. People gonna always not like you. No matter what you do, no matter how many incredible things you accomplish. You get what I'm saying? But these are the lessons that we need to learn. You know, wisdom, you gotta pay for wisdom. Wisdom is very expensive because you pay for it with your life every single time. Do you need to be liked to like yourself? I'm not gonna wait until you think I'm cool to think that I'm cool. I'm not gonna wait until you tell me I'm smart for me to feel like I'm smart. You ain't paying my bills. You ain't paying my rent. You ain't cooking my meals. So why I gotta wait for you? Why I gotta wait for you to make me feel special about me? I could bring out a bottle of wine from the 1800s, give it to the wrong person, they're gonna be like, this shit trash. I could have a vintage car, old school, 101, they don't even make them like this no more. Give it to the wrong person, they're not gonna give a fuck. So I'm not gonna give a fuck because you don't see the value in it? No, you don't have taste. I ain't trying to force myself into nobody's little circle. I ain't trying to force myself into nobody's little kicking spot. I ain't trying to do that. I'm gonna go where I'm celebrated. I ain't better than nobody, but I know that I'm worthy of a good experience. I'm worthy of quality love. I know that. And I don't care who don't like me because I'm gonna keep doing my thing until I find all the people that do. Welcome back to the Halfway Up podcast, and I call it Halfway Up because you never finish rising. And I say you never finish rising because you're not. It's just another way of saying it's not about the destination, but it's about the journey, man. It's about enjoying this shit. You know, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And in this episode, man, we're gonna get straight to it, bro. I'm gonna talk about why everybody don't gotta like you. Or more importantly, how'd I write this shit specifically? Everybody's not going to like you. That's some important shit to understand about this life shit. Every day that you waking up, paying your bills and paying your rent and you get into it, how you get into it. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you the inspiration behind this episode. Sometimes when I'm at work, right, it's a bunch of different employees that work here. Shout out to all the people that work here. If you're listening to this right now, shout out to the owners of the studio that I work at. If you're listening to this right now, there's a lot of people that work here. We all got a bunch of different personality types, right? Out of all the personality types, outside of maybe one other engineer, I would probably say I'm the most laid back. I'm the most reserved. I'm the most, 9 times out of 10, I'm never saying more than what needs to be said. I'm very professional. I'm very kind. I'm polite. I have manners. I was raised by 2 beautiful people. So all you get is a beautiful person, right? But one thing that I'm not is somebody who is going to go out of his way to crack a smile. I'm not going to go out of my way to make somebody feel comfortable per se because there's nothing about me that's uncomforting. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm a believer in love. I'm a believer in God. I'm a believer in family. I'm a believer in warmth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the type of nigga who trying to find out how I can put more warmth in all my pictures. Like, I'm not somebody that's cold. You get what I'm saying? I'm not a cold person, so I'm not going out of my way to make somebody feel extra comfortable because there should be no reason to feel uncomfortable in my presence. However, you know, they say perception is reality. So I could be wrong about the way I'm perceiving all of this, what I'm about to say next. But sometimes I perceive, there's no way for me to prove it. Maybe it's a little bit of intuition. Maybe it's just my own delusionalness, right? But I perceive that the way people perceive me is that maybe he's not maybe he's not a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe he not the warmest person to be around. Maybe he not the coolest motherfucker to be around because I'm not going out of my way to seek validation. I've never code switched in my life. I don't know what that's about. Every single time I done seen a motherfucker code switch, I thought it was weird. You know what I'm saying? So I don't code switch. I'm not tap dancing for nobody. I'm never seeking anybody's validation, and I don't seek anybody's approval. I'm comfortable with who I am. I am Wolf Taylor. My parents named me Stephen Lawrence Taylor. I'm a special human being. I believe that. But if I'm just being 100% honest, I can't also say all of that, which is true, without also admitting that I don't like being perceived as somebody that I'm not. I don't like being perceived as somebody who was not nice. I'm a very nice guy. I can't tell you how many times I've been driving my car and I seen a mother pushing her baby. I pull over like, yo, do y'all need a ride? I can't tell you how many times I've been driving my car. I see somebody pushing their car or they stuck. And I pull over, I'm like, yo, let me push you off into the sidewalk. Push you off into the driveway of whatever fucking gas station this is right here so you can get your ass off the street. Or I done gave somebody a jump. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a nice guy. I'm thoughtful, man. When I'm in New York City, and unfortunately, the one thing about New York City, you realize there's a lot of selfish motherfuckers in this city. Whenever I see somebody and they need help, I can't stand when I see a mother carrying her, you know what I'm saying, the baby stroller, and ain't nobody helping her. I can't stand when I see an elderly person trying to get down with they walking, not even a stick, like the little device thing that they got, ain't nobody helping them. I help every motherfucking time because that's in my heart to do. So I hate to be perceived like I'm not a nice guy. But sometimes I feel like when you not going out of your way to make a motherfucker smile or a laugh, I'm not tap dancing. I'm not seeking your validation. I'm not seeking your approval. Sometimes I feel like they feel like maybe I'm not a nice guy when really it's just like, bro, I'm just comfortable with who I am. But the perception of being perceived the wrong way bothered me sometimes, right? And a lady came into the studio the other day and she was like, man, I've been wanting to work with you for a long time. It's hard to get you because I get booked up a lot, right? She's like, it's hard to get you. I'm glad I got you, right? We going about our day. I'm setting the cameras up. I'm setting the microphones up. I'm getting her right. I'm getting her ready. After we get done, she tell me, man, I fuck with you so much. I done work with some of the other people here and you my favorite out of all of them because you don't do too much. You be chilling. You calm. You just make me feel comfortable. You very professional. You do your job. It's nothing more. It's nothing less. And she don't know how much I needed to hear that because I'm sitting here thinking like, damn, man, maybe I'm not that great at my job. I think the technical part of my job, the technical aspect, like adjusting cameras, composition, making sure the audio sound good. I think I got all that together, right? But then it's like, damn, I don't think people want to fuck with me because I ain't gonna lie. It's certain clients that I used to work with, they stopped booking me. They start working with other engineers. And, you know, they could do whatever they want to do. And gratefully so, there's plenty of work for everybody to maintain and get what they need, right? But then sometimes I think to myself like, damn, but I worked with you for like a year or 2 years. Like, why are you working with somebody else? Like, it make you think like, did I do something wrong? Is there something wrong with me? Do they got something that I don't got? These is natural thoughts. I'm a very confident person. Anybody who know me will tell you that. I think I exude that shit, but at the same time, I'm human. And I have these thoughts sometimes, right? And so, but I had this experience with this lady and it really made me feel comfortable, man. It made me feel great because it was a reminder that you might not be everybody's cup of tea. I might not be everybody's cup of tea. But just because you don't like my flavor don't mean my flavor is not good. I'm gonna say that one more time. Just because you don't like my flavor doesn't mean that my flavor is not good. It don't mean that. And that was the inspiration behind this episode. You know, I always try to give like a little backstory, a little introduction before we get into the podcast. Everybody's not going to like you. And I need you to find a way to be comfortable with that. Because if you don't, well, one thing I can promise you, people going to always not like you. No matter what you do, no matter how many incredible things you accomplish, people going to find a reason to not like you. They're going to find a reason. Because perception is reality. Everybody has different conditioning, the way they grew up, the things that they had to go through to get to the place that they are today, to become the person that they are now. You know what I mean? And so you can never understand or fully grasp the depth of how different we all are. And some of our differences just cause us, some people just gonna be haters. They just gonna hate or just not like you or hear something that you said, you know what I mean? And decide that they don't want to be on the same line or the saying that you are. So they draw a line in that motherfucker and they pick sides, they choose. And that's okay because you got to get to a place where you confident and comfortable and love yourself and love them enough, love humanity enough. You can feel comfortable with like, hey, if that's what works best for you, then it works best for me. You know what I'm saying? And even if I don't necessarily feel comfortable with it right now, give me some time and I will. But that's what we're going to talk about, man. Everybody's not going to like you. Everybody's not going to like you. And we're going to go, as usual, we're going to go through 5 topics, 5 areas of focus that I think you need to keep in mind when it comes to getting comfortable with the idea that you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. But hopefully at the end of it, you feel empowered and confident enough to realize that just because you don't like my flavor, that don't mean that my flavor not good. The first thing that I want you to consider when it comes to everybody not liking you is that seeking approval is a distraction from not acknowledging yourself. When you're seeking approval from somebody, right? You want them to give you permission to feel accepted. You want them to make you feel that it's okay for you to be okay. And I understand in life that sometimes you're going to seek approval of people. That's natural, especially when it's people that you look up to, people that you admire, people that you respect, right? But I want you to understand that you can make space in your life for admiring somebody because they cool, respecting somebody because they cool, but they're also understanding that I deserve my own admiration and my own respect because I'm cool too. Both things can be true. It's plenty of people that I see doing their thing. I fuck with them. I think they smart. I think they talented. I think they a genius. I don't think any less of myself though, because I see the beauty inside of them. You know what I'm saying? Because I acknowledge the greatness in them, that doesn't take away from the greatness within me. And that's what I mean by you distracting yourself from acknowledging self. Because when you're seeking approval, you're putting your hand out and you asking for something. You asking, hey, can you tell me that I'm cool so I can feel cool about myself too? And that's a dangerous place to be in because nobody should have the keys to your mental health. That's essentially what you're saying. You're essentially saying like, hey, can you give me the keys to my mental health? Because I'm seeking your approval. I need you to tell me that you fuck with me. I need you to tell me that I exist. I need you to tell me that I'm cool. I need you to tell me that I'm worthy. I need you to tell me that I'm valuable. I need you to tell me that I deserve to be here. That's what seeking approval means. I want you to feel good about me. Let me tell you something. When you feel good about yourself, the right people gonna always feel good about you too. If you feel good about yourself and people don't feel good about you too, they not your people. Those people are not even supposed to be in your life. When you don't feel good about yourself, you're a perfect candidate for somebody who's constantly going to be seeking approval. You're a perfect candidate because you don't even like yourself. So anybody that you deem to have something more than what you have, you're going to try to get next to them. And sometimes that's good. Sometimes that's not always a bad thing, but it could be a bad thing though. You get what I'm saying? We got to be mindful of the things that come to distract us from seeing ourselves. You're worthy of praise. You're worthy of your own admiration. You're worthy of your own respect. You should fuck with you more than you fuck with them. I'm a firm believer in that. Because at the end of the day, no matter how much you love them, they can't live your life for you. They can't follow your dreams for you. They can't plan your goals for you. They can't take your sacrifices for you. They just can't do that. So that you have to love them less than you love yourself. To a degree, unless these is like your children or something. And like I said, even then, you got to be mindful of that. You can love them at 99.9%. Just make sure you're loving yourself at 100. You get what I'm saying? We need to constantly be finding ways to celebrate how great we are because this life is hard, man. If you're getting up every single day, you're going to work, you're paying your bills, you're putting the keys in that car, you deciding what clothes you're going to wear for the day, you're going to that concert, you took that trip, you're taking a risk, you're trying to love somebody, you want to get married. Whatever it is that you're doing, you deserve credit, man. It's hard being you, man. And instead of you seeking the approval of somebody and overextending, I would rather you put all that onus and all that focus and attention on how great you already are. Because you're going to need that self-love to continue to become the person you got to be to do the thing that you were meant to do. The second thing that I want you to think about is, why are you asking for somebody else's permission to feel valuable? That's the most dangerous shit in the world. And nobody is cool enough, is talented enough. I don't give a fuck how funny a motherfucker is. I don't give a fuck how pretty a motherfucker is. I don't care about none of that. Nobody is doing great shit on this earth that's so great that you got to ask them for permission for you to feel valuable about yourself. Nobody. And if you believe that somebody in your corner, somebody in your 6 degrees of separation, somebody in your house, somebody at your job, somebody in your family, somebody you admiring on the internet, if you believe that they so fucking dope, that they have the authority to give you permission to feel valuable about yourself, I want to let you know you've been finessed. You've been given a bad deal. Somebody done finesse your ass mentally. You've been mentally finessed. I want you to understand that the only power that you ever need is between you and God. If you didn't have nothing else, because obviously we need a community, right? Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We need community. You know what I mean? We need friends. You need somebody that you can love. You need your family members. You need your parents. You need your brothers, your sisters, your cousins. You need these things, right? But what if you didn't have it? You're going to use that as an excuse to not enjoy your life and not see yourself as somebody who deserves beautiful things? Some of y'all think so. But I say this world is big. I say this world is plentiful and abundant of resources and opportunities. Resources meaning beautiful people. Who gonna see you? see you for the value that you already possess. You don't need to ask for nobody's permission to feel valuable about yourself. The minute you find yourself in that position, you're in danger. You are in danger when you are asking for somebody's permission to make you feel good about every reason why you got to feel good about yourself. You got 100 reasons to feel good about you. You got 100 reasons to feel good about you. I think it's time you get in tune with some of them things. Because what society does is it makes us believe, it conditions us and finesses us into believing that we not as dope as we actually are. Let me tell you something. Maybe I don't know how to fucking dribble a ball, but I know I'm a smooth ass nigga. Maybe I don't know how to, maybe I don't make the best rap song. Maybe I'm not the best athlete. Maybe I'm not the most intellectual person. Maybe I don't got everything. But ain't nobody on this planet just shitting on me in every single category of life that matters. That's not true. And I want you to understand that because nobody on this planet is just shitting on you in every category, that means that in some category, you shitting on them. That means in some category, you doing something better than they do in that same category. It might not be the category that you want. You know what I'm saying? It might not be the one that everybody likes and enjoys and gives the most praises to, but you still good at something that they not really that good at. So you're deserving of your own praise. You deserve your own validation. You deserve your own self-acceptance. You know what I mean? And when you asking for somebody's permission to feel valuable, I'm going to tell you something. Even for the most trustworthy people in your life, even for the most coolest, most consistent, most reliable people in your life, because we're not perfect as human beings, it is only a matter of time, statistically, that I'm going to let you down. It's only a matter of time. The numbers are not in my favor. I am going to let you down. And because you done put so much focus and so much attention on needing validation from me, what happens when I don't come through for you? What happens when I let you down? What are you going to do with yourself? You're going to have to deal with yourself. You're going to have to deal with you. You got to deal with you now, but you don't realize it yet. It's actually happening right now, but right now you're not forced. You're not at the edge. Don't push me because I'm close to the, you know what I'm saying? You're not at the edge yet, but eventually all of us fall on our ass. We all hit rock bottom every now and then, and it's a wake-up call. And maybe you need to hit rock bottom because it's a wake-up call. You realize like, oh shit, let me do what I got to do to prevent my ass from ever touching this concrete floor again. Let me do what I got to do. What do I need to do? Self-work, self-love, pouring into yourself, getting some sleep, drinking some water, taking a vacation, going to therapy, doing whatever it is that you got to do to make sure that at the end of the day, I know I'm my first line of defense. If I don't protect me, no protection is really made. Maybe if you're a child, that's not true. But for the most part, if you're a grown-up, if you're an adult, you paying your bills, you paying your phone bill and forgetting to pay that motherfucker every month like me, knowing damn well you got the money in your bank account. You got to do what's best for you, man. And when you asking permission for somebody else to feel valuable about yourself, I want to let you know you are in danger. And it's only a matter of time before you get hit. And I pray to God that when you do, because it's going to happen, when you do, I pray it's something that's not too hard for you to bounce back from. Because it's going to be tough. You get what I'm saying? But these are the lessons that we need to learn. You know, wisdom, you got to pay for wisdom. Wisdom is very expensive because you pay for it with your life every single time. Every single time you pay for wisdom, you paying for it through your own pain, through your own uncomfortableness, through your own stress, through your own anxiousness, through your own anxiety, your own depression. You paying for that shit, man. So you got to ask yourself, do I got enough money to pay for these lessons, or can I vicariously learn it by paying attention, by listening to a podcast like this? And even if it's not coming from me, I pray you got somebody in your life that's telling you this. And if you don't, I pray that you're paying attention, because you can see listen, no matter where you at in life, whether you at work, whether you at home, whether you at school, you can look around you and there is a metaphor and a example of a lesson in life that is being happened all around you. You just got to pay attention to it, man. Life is a university. You know, it's funny. Some people say like, man, like, I tell people I struggled in school. I tell people like, I had to go to summer school every single year. I flunked out of college. And people be like, damn, that's crazy because you're so smart. Yeah, I am. But that's because life is my university. The college university didn't work out for me, right? But life university is where I got my lessons. That's where I got my teachings. That's where I got my wisdom. I'm a vicarious learner. I learn by observing. You get what I'm saying? And this is what life taught me. This is what I learned. This is what I observed. Why are you asking for permission to feel valuable? Nobody deserves that power. Nobody but God. The third thing that I want to talk about is, do you need to be liked to like yourself? Do you need somebody to think you cool, to think that you cool? Do you need somebody to like your taste of music for you to like your taste of music? Do you need somebody to tell you got a nice fit on for you to think you got a nice fit on? Do somebody need to tell you you look good to think that you look good? Do somebody need to tell you that you're doing well in life for you to feel like you're doing well in life? Do somebody need to tell you that you're doing well in life for you to feel like you're doing well in life? Let me tell you something. If you feeling the best that you possibly can about yourself is only available to you when somebody give it to you first, and you're going to be at the mercy of other people's emotions for a very long time. I'm not going to wait until you think I'm cool to think that I'm cool. I'm not going to wait until you tell me I'm smart for me to feel like I'm smart. I'm not going to wait for you to think that I'm funny to think that I'm funny. I'm not going to wait for you. I can give it to myself. I can get that shit to myself. Why I got to wait for you? You ain't paying my bills. You ain't paying my rent. You ain't cooking my meals. So why I got to wait for you? Why I got to wait for you to make me feel special about me? The fact that I'm even living and breathing right now, baby, I'm special. And that's the problem with America and the way it conditions people and the way it gets into the subconscious mind. America got a million ways to make you feel like you ain't shit. And let me tell you something. That shit is a motherfucking lie. Because if you wasn't shit, if you wasn't worthy of life, you think the universe would have wasted life on you? You think if you wasn't worthy of life, the universe would have wasted its precious magic to bring your ass here? If you wasn't worthy, if you didn't deserve to exist, if you didn't deserve to be here, if you wasn't special, you think God would have wasted his time, his magic, his power to bring an ain't special ass nigga on this planet? No. Now, at the end of the day, we all know that we all born not evil. Nobody's born inherently evil. Nobody is born inherently fucked up. You get what I'm saying? But we pick up things, right? We pick up things. Things happen. We start off as a good apple and then we turn into a bad one. You get what I'm saying? So things do happen, but I want you to know that, like, you don't need anybody's approval to be approving of yourself. I want to let you know that you're fucking tight. You're dope. Maybe them lame ass people that you hang around don't got the mindfulness to tell you because they too sick themselves. But I want to let you know, get away from them people. Get around some new ones. Find you a new tribe of people that's going to see you. You need to be seen. You don't need to be hiding. You're not invisible. You special. And I don't care. Listen, let me tell you something. I could bring out a bottle of wine from the 1800s and give it to the wrong person. They're going to be like, this shit trash. Nigga, do you know what it took to make this bottle of wine? Do you understand why this bottle of wine is special? You don't. So why am I asking you your opinion? I can have some retro Jordans that Michael Jordan had on his feet himself. I can have some retro Jordans that Michael Jordan had on his feet himself. You give it to the wrong person, they're going to be like, it's just a shoe. It's not just a shoe. I can have a vintage car, old school, one-on-one. They don't even make them like this no more. Give it to the wrong person, they're not going to give a fuck. So I'm not going to give a fuck because you don't see the value in it? No, you don't have taste. I'm not a fucking loser. I'm not an idiot. I'm not dumb. You just don't see the taste. You don't see the value in me. I forgive you for being tasteless. It's okay. You went to a different flavor. Like I said in the beginning of this podcast, my flavor not bad just because you're not into it. Just because you don't like my flavor don't mean that my flavor not good. I need you to understand that. I need you to choose you. Choose you. Every single motherfucking time. Listen, the profanity is profane this episode. You know what I mean? But sometimes when you're passionate, you got to use certain words to cut through. Sometimes you got to do that, man. The fourth thing that I want you to understand is that people not liking you can be a good thing. How can people not liking you be a good thing? I'm going to tell you. Sometimes people not liking you is keeping you from rooms and keeping you from entering doors that you had no reason being in the first place. So many people get what they want in life just to realize they wish that they never done it. So many people get the person that they want. They get the job that they wanted. They get the house that they wanted. They get that thing that they wanted just to get in it and experience it for a little while. And then you realize, like, I don't want this shit because it ain't what I thought it was. You hear so many people say, don't ever meet your heroes, right? Don't that sound crazy? You somewhere looking at somebody through your phone, looking at somebody through your screen, reading books, admiring somebody like, damn, they so fucking tight. They so smart. They so talented. Can you imagine meeting that person and realizing that they a fucking asshole? Can you imagine meeting that person and realizing that they not even as cool as you? Not even who you thought they was going to be. It's like that sometimes. It's like that sometimes. And unfortunately, they teach us a whole lot of bullshit in school, but the one thing they don't teach you is about how closed doors can open new opportunities. Fuck opening new opportunities. The closed door is the opportunity. The fact that it got closed is the opportunity for me to keep my peace. Some people don't get that luxury. Some people end up getting into the party that you couldn't get into, and now you got to go home because you feel like your night not ended turnt just to find out that some fucked up shit happened at that party that night. Somebody shot the spot up. Somebody was abused. Somebody was inappropriately, you know what I'm saying? People was, you thought that you was missing out, but it really was a blessing. That happens to people all the time. And I need you to reframe your mind and understanding that everything that happens in life, everything that happens that God and the universe allows is happening for your benefit. And I know that's going to be a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people because I know you're going to think, well, what about all the fucked up shit that happened? What about when people, lose their life or they unalive themselves or whatever? Listen, I don't got all the answers. I'm not God. I can only tell you about the things that have helped me through life. You know what I'm saying? I can only tell you about what I know, and what I don't know, I can't tell you about. Why don't you ask God or whoever you believe in, the creator, the universe? Why don't you ask? You know what I mean? You can get them questions. But all I can tell you is that closed doors is an opportunity for more success. You know what I mean? And maybe some doors you're going to go through, that's not what you think that it is. You're going to have to go through that because, again, wisdom, how do you get it? You got to pay for it through your life, through your experiences. So every door you're not going to be able to avoid. Every door you're not going to be able to prevent, but it's about the ones that you do. You know what I'm saying? It had been plenty of girls that I was like, damn, I wish I could have been with Shorty. 10 years later, I'm like, oh, fuck, I dodged a bullet. That's not my person. That's not the person for me. You get what I'm saying? Like, this happens. People not liking you can be a really good thing, man. Rejection is protection. I got an episode, go check it out on the YouTube. Rejection is always God's protection. Always. So if it ain't for me, if I come around and you don't like me, if I come around and you got something bad to say about me, you don't like the way I dress, you don't like the way I live my life, you don't like the way I come into the room and I just do me, you don't like how I don't code switch, you don't like how I'm not tap dancing, you don't like how I'm seeking your validation, you don't like how I'm overly performative, you don't like that, I want you to not like that because I'm an original, authentic type of person. I pride myself on authenticity. I don't need you liking me. You know who I need liking me? The people who pride themselves on authenticity too, because they're my people. Birds of a feather flock together, man sharpen man like iron sharpen metal. I need to be around people who want to be around me. I ain't trying to force myself into nobody's little circle. I ain't trying to force myself into nobody's little kicking spot. I ain't trying to do that. Because instead of me wasting my time trying to seek the approval of you, I could be somewhere spending my time and my energy on myself. What do I need? When the last time I've been to the beach? When the last time I did something cool for me? When the last time I took a vacation? When the last time I bought some new music and spent the whole day listening to it? When the last time I went to the lake? When the last time I went fishing? When the last time I cleaned the car? When the last time I took myself on a date? We know all about taking somebody else on a date. We put the good clothes on for them. We spray the good cologne on for them. We get the haircut for them. Why don't you do that for you? Why don't you do that for you? Sometimes when people don't like you, man, it's a blessing. And maybe you're not at a place in your life where you can really see it like that. But after hearing this, I promise you, you will. I promise you, you will, man. I promise you, you will. Hey, some of them people who ain't get into that Diddy party, they real happy today. Somebody in life, I promise you, somebody in life couldn't make it to a Diddy party. They couldn't make it. Couldn't get a babysitter. Got stuck, extra shift at work, something, right? Somebody couldn't make it to that motherfucker. They was like, what's gonna be live? It's gonna be shorties in there. People gonna be shaking their ass. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be free drinks, all that shit. Smoke all the weed you want to. Listen, hindsight 2020 is a motherfucker. Look back, be like, damn, remember that day we almost went to that shit? I'm so glad we ain't go. You get what I'm saying? People not liking you can be a good thing, man. I don't want to be in circles of people that don't really like me. I don't want to have to change who I am, turn down my funny, turn down my charisma, turn down my confidence, turn down my creativity, turn down my skill set, turn down my anything to fit in with you. The right people for me, I don't got to turn down nothing because they know how to handle everything that I'm coming with. I'm not too heavy for them. I'm not too heavy for them. You know, they say, don't go where you tolerate it, go where you celebrate it. Too many people have been conditioned to go where you tolerate it, bro. Stop dealing with that shit. You deserve better than that. You deserve better than that, man. Somebody gonna celebrate you. Fuck you tolerating me. I'm special. I'm a beautiful person. I'm gonna go where I'm celebrated. I ain't better than nobody, but I know that I'm worthy of a good experience. I'm worthy of quality love. I know that. And if you don't know that, that's why you don't have that. If you don't know that, that's why you don't have that. And if you want that, you need to go get that. And start with that self-love. And start by removing yourself. You ain't got to tell them nothing. Just distance yourself. Just remove yourself from motherfuckers. You ain't got to tell them nothing. They'll get the message eventually. They're going to look up like, where so-and-so go? Where bro at? Somewhere where I'm supposed to be. Not with you. Because I'm trying to grow. You trying to stay. With me and you will never be okay. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. I know somebody feel what I'm saying. The fifth thing that I want to tell y'all about everybody's not going to like you. Just because you're not somebody's cup of tea don't mean the flavor not good. I might go to a restaurant. Chef might make the illest steak you ever had. It's a lot of people who love steak, right? Imagine a chef making it just the way that you like it. Perfect. Got the little garnishes, everything perfect, bro. This the best, well taken care of cow. You get what I'm saying? They unalived it in some type of ethical way. You get what I'm saying? Like, they didn't give you a steak from the best cow on the prairie. Steak was eating the best grass on earth. Now they made it to your place somehow. You got you some mashed potatoes, you got you some broccolini, whatever it is you into, whatever it is you like having with your steak, right? Imagine giving that plate to somebody and they being like, this is disgusting. Imagine your favorite food made by the greatest chef. Took their time with it. Put their whole foot in that motherfucker. Whole body got dipped in the pan, right? Bring it out on a plate. This your favorite food. This your favorite chef. Giving it to the wrong person just for them to be like, this shit nasty. Is it nasty? Is it really not good? Or do you not have a taste for this because it ain't for you? Because if your ass like eating chicken tenders and Cheerios all day, well, then I don't expect you to like this. And I can't take your judgment seriously because I got to check who judging it in the first place. Sometimes it's like music. Sometimes when you're talking about music, you hear motherfuckers say they don't like Nas or they don't like Jay-Z. You got to check them sometimes. You can't even take their words seriously. I tell motherfuckers all the time in music conversations, you're not qualified to have this conversation with me. Because you telling me you don't like Jay-Z and you ain't never heard more than one album lets me know that, like, you're not a connoisseur. You don't even have a full context to really pull from. Stop taking people serious who don't have a full context to pull from understanding how great you actually are. You're giving them too much credit. Frankly, you're giving them more credit than they deserve. And shout out to you for being such a generous person, but maybe you need to take some of your generosity back. Because they don't understand greatness when they right next to it. They don't understand greatness when they see it. Every single girl who ever turned me down, I ain't take that shit personal. I thought she was bugging because I know that I'm great. I'm a great man. I'm emotionally intelligent. I have great taste. I have a infatuation for the finer things in life. I love music. I love giving. I love sharing. I'm a protector. I'm a provider. I love making women feel safe and special. I'm confident. I'm creative. I'm a hardworking individual. I believe in God. What's not to like about me, right? I never let a woman's lack of validation for me change the validation that I have for myself. I know that I'm a special person. You get what I'm saying? It's not for you to get though, because maybe I'm not the right person for you, but obviously, clearly, you ain't the right person for me. But you know what? Somebody will be. Somebody will be. And too many of us, we stop our journey stuck in a rut, stuck in the trenches because we can't get our wheels to spin for the right person. That person is not meant for you. You know what I mean? When you get the right person, wheels gonna be spinning full speed ahead. You're gonna be going, lost in the wind, riding off into the sunset because you're with the right person. Don't waste your time no more. Don't waste your time thinking less of yourself because they don't think highly enough of you. Bro, they probably barely think high enough of themselves. A lot of us be finessed thinking motherfuckers be confident and they really not. A lot of us be finessed, bro. Tricked, bamboozled, thinking that you somebody that you really not behind closed doors. Let me tell you something. Half these people that y'all like, these celebrity influencer types, y'all think they so cool. They can't even start a podcast until 15 minutes after they done seen themselves in every single angle, after they done seen themselves in every single angle and adjusted every piece of fabric on their body first. They can't even come in here and have a regular conversation. These people don't be as confident as you think that they are. These people be getting their recordings and then sending long emails talking about I don't like the way that I look. What's that got to do with me? You listen, you in the frame the right way. You in the frame the right way. The light hitting you the right way. Your mic close to you. Sound good. What you don't like about yourself, you don't even realize that's a personal problem. You don't even realize that. So why would I ever allow my validation to be in the hands of somebody like you? That's dangerous. Everybody not gonna like you, man. Be okay with that though. Everybody not gonna like you, but there's somebody out there who will. Let's live our life for that. You know what I mean? Let's live our life for the fact that like somebody gonna understand how tight I am. Somebody gonna understand how cool I am. Somebody gonna understand why I do the things that I do because they get it. They have an appreciation for it. You get what I'm saying? That's what this episode is about, man. Everybody not gonna like you, but so what? Life is still beautiful anyway. You don't need nobody's permission to be happy about yourself. You don't need nobody else's permission to feel like you are who you are. You know, you don't need anybody's permission for that. And if you can be honest with yourself and admit that whether it's true or not, that if there is somebody in your life that you are giving that permission to, please start practicing taking it back. Start practicing taking some of that permission back. You know what? I done gave you some of this permission for too long now. I'm realizing it now. I'm gonna start taking it back. May peace be upon you. I don't want nothing but the best for you. I don't got to get into an argument with you. I don't got to get into a fight with you. I ain't got to do none of that. But I will be pulling back for personal reasons. For personal reasons, I would not be fucking with you any longer. And it is what it is, man. This is another episode. I love you guys. Please leave a rating, leave a review right underneath Apple, right underneath Spotify. Leave a comment underneath YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Send this to somebody you know who could receive the message, man. You get what I'm saying? Like, listen, I need all the support I can get. And a lot of y'all have been doing nothing but doing just that. You've been hella supportive. And I really thank you to every single person. Yes, I mean you. I mean the person that's actually listening right now, especially if you're on audio, or the person that's watching, especially if you're on YouTube. Thank you so much for supporting this podcast. Because I don't know what I'm doing, man. I'm just trying my best every single day. I'm always trying to figure out, like, what can I talk about that's going to be relatable to the shit that people are actually going through right now? What can I talk about? You know what I mean? That's going to speak for the things that people are actually going through, not just for today, but 5 years from now. That's what I be trying to do. And that shit hard, bro. That shit ain't easy. But I try, and I'm going to step up to the plate every single time because I want this. I want this bad. I want to build this personal brand. I want to create a brand that the people can feel truly connected to and safe to be aligned with. That's what I want, man. And I don't care who don't like me because I'm going to keep doing my thing until I find all the people that do. Yeah, man. So once again, this is another episode of the Halfway Up podcast, man. Thank you guys so much for being here. Youth is temporary, but health is forever. We must stay healthy. And you already know the religion, the mantra, the outro, the spirit of the brand. Whenever I'm working, I will remember that done is better than perfect. And if I'm satisfied with my work, then that means that I'm living in my purpose. If I'm satisfied with my work, then that means that I'm living in my purpose. It's not about perfection. Perfection is overrated. Done is better than perfect. Whenever I'm working, I will remember that done is better than perfect. And if I'm satisfied with my work, then that means that I'm living in my purpose. I be having bars for y'all, man. Every single podcast episode, man. It's your boy, Wolf Taylor. Come connect with me. Fuck with me. Holla at me. Show me some love. I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope you remember that you're beautiful. Listen, if you made it to the end of this episode, hit me. Hit me right now. Send me a message on Instagram. It's _Wolf Taylor. Hit me. Text me. Text me and let me know you made it to this point. I want to know, listen, every single person who made it to this point, please let me know. Please let me know. I'm going to write you in a special list of people that I'm going to remember when it's time to be remembering motherfuckers. You know what I mean? When it's time to be remembering motherfuckers, I want to remember you. So let me know. Let me know that you made it to this point of the episode. I'm going to write your name down in the list, man. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Man, we just coming off of winter. It's going to be like 70 degrees in a couple days. I'm trying to be outside. Prospect Park, Brooklyn vibes. Picnic vibes. Sipping on something with a very high content of alcohol in it. And some water and some fruit too. I love you guys. Bye.